Hey friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a video all about my most annoying bags. Now, I'm sure you all follow my fabulous friend Deb from Wild Unfiltered. I will have her channel and her video linked below. But Deb did a video like this, probably maybe like a month or so ago. And I put on my comment on the video, this needs to be a tag video because all of us have annoying bags in our collection. And the question is, if a bag is annoying to use, or for whatever reason, why do we have it? Why do we buy it to begin with? And two, why do we keep it? And so I thought I would go through these bags. I think I've got 5 bags here. I might do like least annoying to most annoying. I'll have to see if I can sort of figure out in my brain. I definitely know which is most annoying. It's kind of like the other ones are anyway. And I'll talk about why I think they're annoying, but then also why I love them. And I'll also talk about whether or not I knew it was going to be annoying when I bought it, or whether this was something that I discovered after owning it for a bit. So anyway, with that, let's get into my 5 most annoying bags. Coming in as my least most annoying bag is my Hermes Birkin 30 in the black Togo leather with the gold hardware, as you can see. Now, this bag isn't super annoying. It's maybe more annoying to me because of where I live. Okay, you know, where can I put this so that you guys can like sort of see it, but I don't want to hold it because that's one of the annoying things is it's heavy. Okay, I'm just going to kind of put it there. So this bag is gorgeous, right? I got it in Paris with David. It was sort of an anniversary trip. I think it was our 29th, technically, maybe. We're coming up on 33. And that was in 2021. So yeah, it was our 29th. And David went above and beyond to arrange for this appointment for me. And it is the most beautiful, fantastic memory. And just, I will always treasure this bag because of it. And I used it, certainly some after I got it when we lived in Kansas City. Now, obviously, we moved in like January of 2023. So I had it for about, 15, 16 months or so before we moved here. And I carried it on occasion. And you guys have heard me talk about this before. When you live in what I like to call a car society, of which New York is not, you don't think about it, right? You get in your car. So for those of us in the United States who drive, the drivers on the left, you get in the car, you plop this down on the passenger seat next to you, or if somebody's in the car with you, maybe you reach behind the seat and put it on the, the back seat behind whatever, and it's fine. And I would go to Walmart or I would go to Target, whatever it was, and I just put it in the cart and push it around, and it was fine. I had no issues using it. Now, there were a couple times where I remember I went to Nordstrom, and I remember being a little annoyed by the fact that I was trying to shop, and yet, I had to carry this bag, right? This is only a hand carry bag. There's no shoulder strap on it at all. And while, yes, it is large enough, and I've got a blazer on, so it's a little harder, but it's got plenty of room to get it on the crook of the arm. So it does make it easier to carry when you're out shopping. But I just had, I guess, a little bit of an inkling at that point. Well, fast forward to moving to New York City. And now I'm not in a car society, right? I either walk somewhere or I'm walking to public transportation to go somewhere, or then I get off public transportation and then I'm walking to wherever it is I'm going. And then I'm walking around whatever that store is. And to be very honest with you, there aren't a lot of stores that I go to in New York that I use a shopping cart for. So there are no Walmarts here. The Targets here, let's be honest, they suck. I don't even know if they have shopping carts. They're small, and plus they're like on 2 levels. So I would just never think to get a cart. Some of them have like those little escalator things that you put the cart on. And anyway, but my point is, I can't really think of anywhere that I shop in the city where I would put this in a cart. Whereas there were lots of places in Kansas City, maybe not lots, but certainly a lot of Target runs, a lot of Walmart runs, regular grocery stores were had taking the Birkin and putting it in a cart. That just doesn't happen here. And so carrying a bag, this is a 30, this is the Birkin 30, so it's 30 centimeters across the bottom here. and a fully leather bag. This bag is heavy. You start putting things in it. I mean, I don't have anything in it right now except for the 7RP insert that I have in it, and it's pretty hefty. I would be interested. I should like weigh this bag to see how much it weighs. But just fully empty, the bag is a lot. So then you start putting some things in it, and now you're hand carrying it. And you start out and it's just fine, right? You're out and you're like, oh, I'm going to take my Birkin out to go shopping or whatever. And maybe for the first 20 minutes, everything's cool and great. And you're like, oh, I'm walking around with my Birkin. No, that's not really how I feel. But anyway, and then you get to your destination or whatever, or you're walking around the store you're in, and now you want to start picking up some things, right? Let's say I'm in Aritzia or something. Hence, I'm wearing a couple things from Aritzia today. And now I have to have grabbing hangers and things like that and holding them. So, so now I'm putting it on the crook of my arm, right? So now at least you do have two hands free, sort of. But this one kind of has to be like this. And so you can't do things with this, right? I mean, you can't really like grab for things with the bag on your arm. So you have to kind of grab things with this arm, and then maybe this arm can hold the things. And it's a pain in the ass, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. So while it's an absolutely gorgeous bag, and while I will never get rid of it because it has so many amazing memories for me, and I'll pass it down to one of the girls at some point, it's not conducive to city living. She's a beautiful bag. I absolutely love her. And she's roomy. So, as far as like why I like her or why I still keep her and love her is, like I said, a lot of it is the fact that it's very sentimental to me. You try to get another one of these would be near impossible. The pre-spend I'd have to do and all that kind of stuff. Whereas, in Paris, I didn't have to buy a thing. But this is one that I didn't know was annoying until after I bought it, until after I had carried it for a bit, and mostly after we moved here. So this is my least most annoying bag. All right, we're just going to stick with the Birkin trend here. This one is my Birkin 25 in a taupe in the palladium, I almost said palladium gold hardware, in the palladium hardware, in the Togo leather, again, fully leather lined. And actually you can see I was using this bag last night. And this bag is a little bit easier because it's obviously not as big and it's a little bit easier to carry, right? Not so heavy, that kind of thing. Now, I did know going into this one that the most annoying part, and this is why it's annoying for me, is that this is literally only a hand carry bag, right? I mean, yes, I can get my hand through it and my wrist. And, if I wasn't wearing a jacket, could I get it to the crook of my arm? I mean, I can, but that's tight. I wouldn't do that. It's really, really a hand carry bag, or in a pinch, which I think I did last night. Because I think I was doing something on my phone and I needed both hands or whatever. So I just kind of threw it on my wrist or whatever. But, they just need to make these handles like 2 inches bigger, maybe only an inch bigger, just so it's a little more comfortable to carry on the crook of the arm, because then this bag almost would be ideal. Now, for me, it's still going to have the issues that the 30 does. It's still going to be okay, I can only carry it hand carry and on the crook of the arm if they extended it, right? But right now, it's a little better because it's not as heavy, but it's worse even because I can't put it on the crook of the arm. So I'm really down to one hand when I carry this bag. So I was meeting a friend last night for drinks, somebody I met through TikTok, and she lives in Southern California. And so she was in New York for business, and we got together for drinks, and that was really fun. And so literally, again, all I was doing was walking to the subway. Yes, I take my designer bags on the subway, you guys. I have no issues with it. So, I took the subway down to kind of Midtown area and had drinks with her, and then got back on the subway and came home. And so if I know I'm going out for limited time and more like what I just described, dinner or drinks or something like that, somewhere where I'm not having to really do other things while I'm carrying the bag, then it's okay. But I have to be very conscientious about the situation that I'm in when I carry either one of these bags. So this one, maybe because it's a little bit lighter, makes it slightly less annoying. I don't know. They're probably equal because, like I said, this one I can't carry on the crook of my arm. So it literally is a hand carry bag. Whereas at least that one I can throw on the crook of my arm, but it's definitely heavier. And yeah, so this is whatever the second least most annoying bag in my collection. Coming in the kind of middle of the pack here of annoying bags in my collection is this little treasure. And I had actually sort of forgotten I had this bag. My bags were back in storage again, right, while we were selling the co-op and all that. And so until we actually physically moved into this place, I didn't have my bags. And we were doing a little exercise in Paris. We were going around, I think this is when we went to Crazy Horse, I think. And so we were doing one of those little, okay, what bag would you take from each person or whatever who was sitting around the table? And Amelia said that she would take this bag for me. And I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot I even had that bag. That's so sad. But it's a beautiful bag. I love this bag. I really need to use this bag more. And unfortunately now she's like way up on a top shelf just because of how I have to have the shelves situated. And so now she's way, way up on the top shelf. And so I know I'm going to forget about her anyway. So on the one hand, she's a lovely little top handle. So it's a really cute ladylike bag. She can go, she's probably a little bit bigger than the Birkin 25 as far as, well, maybe not. But this is what's annoying about this bag right here. Now, it's the cute and like stylish part of this bag, right? Is that it has this little, CC turn lock with a little flap that comes over. But to get in the bag, you have to undo this and this. Do you see how it like, it's not tight, but it doesn't just breeze right through, right? And then to get into it, you have to kind of like hold this back, and I have the dust bag in here. So you have to like hold it and then kind of get in, and it's narrow, right? I mean, it's pretty narrow. I mean, you can't get a ton in here. I can get my phone and a card holder and a lipstick and probably my AirPods, and that's going to be about it. I never ever use this like slip pocket in the front, and I don't use the zipper pocket that's in the back here either. I mean, it's so tight. I mean, like, I don't even know what you'd put in there, honestly. Maybe one credit card, something like that. But it's adorable and I love it. And I love the fact that obviously it can be handheld or it can be crossbody. I love it. But just getting in and out of this bag is a pain in the rear. I mean, it's absolutely adorable and I 100% love this bag and I'm thrilled I have it. I need to use it more. But getting in and out, not the easiest thing. Doesn't carry a ton, but gosh darn it, it looks really, really pretty. Now, I forgot to say on the Birkin 25, I certainly knew about all of the issues with the Birkin 25. And I probably did know that this would be kind of annoying to get in and out of when I got it. I had a mini Coco handle, which was really, really hard to get in and out of. And just the way that flap is and the way the divider is made it really, really hard to get like your phone in and out. I had to take my phone case off in order to get my phone in the mini Coco handle. So from that respect, I kind of knew that this could have some constraints, but I still love it. I do. I still really, really love it. And this is definitely not one that I would contemplate getting rid of because one, she was really hard to get at the time that I got it. I think, did I get it on the second release? I can't even remember now. I think they're a little bit easier now to get. I mean, I certainly see sales associates posting things that are available or whatever on Instagram. These are definitely a lot easier to get now. But anyway, this is the middle of the pack annoying bag. All right, getting into the top two here. So the second most annoying bag in my collection is this absolutely gorgeous mini Capucines in the indigo ostrich leather that I got in Paris in 2023 after meeting the handbag tribe for the first time in London. Now, what is annoying about this bag? Very similar to the Chanel Kelly bag, but similar to that, you have this flap thing, right? Which has to then feed through the handle because the handle it doesn't move, okay? It's completely static on here. So you have to, in order to get in the bag, pull this back. And again, kind of annoying because because it's kind of a bigger flap, stays behind, you don't really have to like hold it and to get in the bag. And plus because that has two handles on it, you really have to have two hands to like pull the top handles apart to get into it. At least this one only has one handle. And so it's a little bit better than the Chanel Kelly bag. Let me take this out. That's so it comes with a shoulder strap that's adjustable and removable, obviously. So you've heard us all talk about the fact that this divider in the mini Capucines, it's just unnecessary. Now, I mean, I was going to say that maybe it has to be there for like the structural part in order to have this, but I don't really think so. I don't know. I'm not a handbag designer. So not only do you have this center divider thing, which just by virtue of it being there makes it harder to get things in, right? Because it's already a very small bag to begin with. And then you're now trying to fit your things in there and either you hit the thing or whatever. Now, and everything about this is angles, okay? Virtually nothing except for obviously maybe like a lipstick or your AirPods or whatever that you can just throw in. Anything that has any kind of length on it, like your phone, even really like your card holder or something, you kind of have to, it's a little, I was going to say it's Tetris. It's not really Tetris. It's all about angles here. And then in addition to that, let me see if I can get this to show here. But on the inside of the front is this leather like strap, this like tab here, right? Which is what you do is you feed the flap into, that's what holds the flap down. Now, you don't have to do that. And, and they say, oh, and if you want to disguise the LV, you can just, put this over the top. I never ever wear it like this. Now, Deb was saying, because this was also an annoying bag for her, she was saying that she actually tucks this in the back like that. I've never done that. And by doing that, you kind of sacrifice what's in the back. So whatever you put in that back section would need to be something that you really don't need easy access to. So you certainly wouldn't like want to put your phone back there. I assume my phone would fit in the front. I normally put mine in the back, but again, you have to, it's all about maneuvering. You have to like kind of put it like this on an angle and then you turn it and then to get it down. Again, super, super annoying. There's a little pocket, slip pocket back here again, totally unneeded. Don't use it for anything. It just, and all these little things, especially like that tab and the pocket, it just makes getting things in harder because sometimes your things get caught on that, right? It gets caught on that little tab, that little thing that holds the flap. And then, now, given my mini wicker Capucines fiasco with the strap, this may annoy me less than it had before. But on these Capucines, the hooks for the crossbody strap are on the interior and they're on a diagonal. So one is in the front here and the other one is in the back here. Now, again, because of that, when you are trying to get things in, you are also then contending with the strap being potentially in your way. However, I will take that annoyance over having the little hook out here and having this bag potentially fall to the ground. So yeah, I'm going to choose my battles here. And I will say that despite the fact that, and I'll show you this, I'll put it on. Despite this being a little annoying because the straps can kind of get in the way, again, of putting things and getting things in and out of the bag, it's the lesser of two evils to me, right? I will take the inconvenience of how it impacts getting it in and out of the bag versus it potentially being something that will damage my bag. And it's not, honestly, it's not that bad. You get used to it, to be honest with you, getting your things in. But, as you can see back here, if I'm trying to get my phone back in here, it's just one more thing to kind of get in the way. Now, did I know about this bag being futzy, as I would like to call it? Yes, I certainly did. I mean, I had seen several of Amelia's videos because she has quite a few mini Capucines talking about how this bag is just stupid. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's just an annoying bag to use. And I will actually blame Deb because it was when we were in London, we were at the Louis Vuitton store, and I'm trying to remember if she had, I think she did. I think she had her purple ostrich mini cap with her. And I always thought that my phone wouldn't go in there because, like I said, I had such a hard time with the mini Coco handle. To me, they were very, very similar size and very similar in structure, right? That also had a center divider thing, which just made it annoying. And so I said something about it and she's like, oh no, you can get your phone in there. She's like, you have to kind of turn and get it. But she's like, it'll go in. Well, that was it for me. Once she told me that I could get my phone in there, I was like, oh, okay, sure, then I'll buy one. Now, do I regret this purchase? Absolutely not. I think this bag is stunning. I love it. I mean, I'm wearing jeans. Can't see the jeans today, but I mean, I would absolutely wear this bag with the outfit that I have on today. It's gorgeous. I mean, I wear it as just a top handle, not as much. I mean, I've probably only carried it as a top handle only maybe twice. If we're going out to dinner or something and I just want to have a beautiful little bag, I will take this without the strap. But I will 100% take this bag as just a casual, everyday bag. That is one of the reasons why I got ostrich. I didn't want python because the scales lift. It's too delicate. Ostrich is a really hard wearing leather. And to me, this is not a special occasion bag. You know, just because it's an exotic for me doesn't make it a, oh, I can only use that on certain days kind of thing. It's, yeah, I just throw it on and go. And I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And I will live with the annoyances because I love her so much. All right, for the most annoying bag, I think honestly anybody that has this style bag would probably say that it's their most annoying bag. It has nothing to do with the particular one I have, because the particular one I have is absolutely stunning, and that is my Dior Saddle Bag in the newsprint. Now, you guys, I mean, I was so excited to be able to get this. I had a really hard time getting it. I had paid for one, and then they basically told me they had kind of, sort of like an airplane, they had sort of oversold, and so wasn't able to get it then. They refunded my money, and I didn't think I'd ever be able to get one. And then the very kind Dior staff at Bergdorf's, we will get you one. You are on the top of the list. We promise you, you will get a Dior newsprint saddle bag. And I did. There are a number of things that are annoying about this bag. The first, and probably the most obvious, is the shape of this bag, right? Some people say it looks like a kidney. Some people say it looks like a liver. I think a liver is probably more appropriate. But anyway, it has an odd shape, right? And therefore, the interior of the bag has an odd shape. And so you do have to sort of Tetris your items in here to get them. But you can get a decent amount. I mean, I 100% take everything that I need, which is basically a card holder. And I generally put the card holder down in this kind of, so this side of the bag, obviously, as you can see, is deeper. So you definitely got more space there, and you kind of like sort of stack things this way, right? Because this way is certainly not as deep. So you put your larger things kind of here and whatever. Now, you're sort of seeing already what can also be annoying about this bag, which is because it's a flat bag. And I don't really think all flat bags are annoying, but these particular ones are kind of annoying. I think it's because it's stiffer, so you really kind of have to hold it up. And then you've got this handle, which is permanent. You cannot remove this. And this, you know, can fit in your way. Now, it's not horrible because it's got a decent drop on it. It's not like it's a fixed top handle like the Capucines or like the Chanel Kelly bag. So it's not quite as bad. But getting this, I mean, you can see already, I'm kind of getting it caught. And it's getting caught actually on the hardware. So that is kind of annoying. Just getting the bag open, right? And then you have the whole shoulder strap issue. Now, a lot of people don't carry their shoulder strap. I mean, this was first re-released, you know, because this was an existing style from back in, I think, like the late 90s, early 2000s. And then Dior brought this back and modernized it a little bit. And so when it originally was re-released, it came just like this. It did not come with a shoulder strap. And so at least for those people, you either carried it, you know, on your arm, over your shoulder, like so, or, you know, just as a hand carry bag. And then they released the guitar straps. So then you could buy an additional guitar strap. Now, here's the issue with any kind of strap, whether it be a guitar strap, whether you had to buy one extra, or whether you bought a later version, which then came with guitar straps, or you bought this one, which came with, you know, just a plain leather strap, which is very nice. It's like the perfect width. But the problem is it how this attaches, one. So you attach it to the hardware, which just on the one hand is just weird. And so you need to attach this, gosh, I haven't worn it with this in a while. So you can't obviously attach it. It has to go kitty corner. You can't put it on the back here, right? Because this C is open on going this direction, right? So you have to put it over here. And so, you know, it just makes it a little bit odd. But this is the real problem of the bag, or one of the many annoying things about this bag, is what do you do with this? So sometimes I just kind of fold it down like this, kind of behind the bag, and just keep it like that. Now, a couple of you, when I first showed this bag and mentioned something about, you know, what do you do with that, said you can actually tuck this, and I think their sales associate showed them this, is that you take this and you actually put it into the bag. So now you have it on the D's, which then, to be honest with you, makes it a little bit easier because it's not as kitty corner. But now you have this strap tucked in here, which again makes it out of your way, but now you have less room in the bag because now the strap's in there. And anyway, it's just a pain. It is. It's a pain, but it's a beautiful bag. Did I know that this bag was annoying when I got it? 100,000,000% yes, right? As I said, I think anybody that owns this bag will tell you that it's their most annoying bag. I mean, there's so many things about this bag that's annoying, but it's also what makes you love the bag too. I mean, it's just, just look at it. I really need to use this bag more. So I've used it 3 times now. That's a criminal shame. Now, in my defense, it was in storage for a good 5 months or so. Is that about right? About something like that. So that just removes that amount of time. Oh, she's so beautiful. It does have this back pocket here, so a lot of times I'll just put my phone in there. It sort of sticks out a little bit up here. Sort of reminds me of the back pocket of the puzzle bag that is, again, that sort of has a unique shape on the back. It's not a straight rectangular pocket, I guess is my point. So it has sort of a similar kind of thing. But yeah, this is just, it's a beautiful, beautiful bag. And yes, I knew she was going to be a pain in the butt, but I still bought her because, how could you not? She's amazing. She's the Dior Saddle newsprint bag. She's iconic, right? Those are my 5 most annoying bags in my collection. Definitely let me know in the comments below, what are some of your most annoying bags? And did you know they were annoying when you bought them? Or did you find that out subsequently after using the bag for a little while? And 2, do you regret your purchase? Or do you absolutely still love it and you would never get rid of it? So I would love to know. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. And if you enjoy this kind of content, I'd love to see you back here. So click the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll know every time I upload a video. It's completely free to subscribe to a YouTube channel, and it means a lot to us. If you want to keep watching, there'll be another one in the corner over here. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.